Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. I keep forgetting it's 2019, not 2018. Oops, I did not mean to do that. This is what I meant to adjust. We are going to be playing a couple of decks today. Number one is BRONZONG with Tablemon and Necrozma GX, and number two is Malamar, both of them 4 expanded, so that should be pretty interesting to see these decks in action in that format. This format, like, the cards are potentially very good, and the fact that there's no more Hex Maniac probably increases their viability. However, the fact that Sudowoodo and Parallel City and Garbled Toxin exist means that decrease their viability, right? So they're not stopped by everything having Hex Maniac, but those strategies and those cards, especially Garbled Toxin and Parallel, are probably gonna be pretty popular and expanded still. However, that won't stop us from trying out the deck and see how well it works. We have BRONZONG with its 90 HP, its ability Metal Links. You may choose a Metal Energy card from your discard pile and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon, so really good. And Diego, thank you so much for tuning in from your vacation, and thanks so much to everyone who's around here. The attack hammer in, probably not too impressive. This is basically a copy paste from Malamar, or rather Malamar is a copy paste from BRONZONG, except with a different typing. We do want to recycle energy from the discard pile because we are going to be using Tablemon Necrozma GX, 190 HP and Ultra Beast. And then we have the attack Meteor Tempest. Well, we have Claw Slash dealing a solid 60, but we have Meteor Tempest dealing 220 damage and discarding 3 energy from this Pokemon. Now, why is that good? Because 220 damage is basically a one-hit KO on everything in the format. So once you set up and you get rolling, there's very few things that can stop you. Now, we also have Sun's Eclipse GX with its 250 damage attack. You can only use that attack if you are losing, so the timing of that will be very impactful and very important, but we'll see how it goes. Now, the supporting cast includes Aegis/EX, a card that I have definitely not used in a very long time, with Mighty Shield ability, which makes it so that this Pokemon can't take damage from Pokemon that have special energy attached to them. So basically this card on its own walls Zoroark unless they get an Alolan Mog or a Garbled Toxin out, which is probably going to be a very common thing to see. And then we have Slash Blast dealing 40 damage plus 20 more for each metal energy attached. And since we only have metal energy, anytime we do attack will be for 100 damage. Now we also have this Solgaleo Prism Star. Its first attack, Radiant Star, allows us to circumvent a little bit the possibility of facing off against Garbled Toxin. We can attach, rather, for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play, you attach a Metal Energy card from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. So you do lose the turn, but you get to load up a bunch of stuff. And then we have this solid attack or an impact dealing 160 damage, and as a non-GX attacker, it's quite good. And then with Fighting Fury Belt, that damage increases just slightly to 170, and that means a 1-hit KO on a Tapu Lele. Then we have the Mew from Fates Collide with its ability Memories of Dawn. It can copy all the attacks from any basic Pokemon in play that you have, and you still need to use or cover the energy costs of those attacks. So with Mew, we can actually use Meteor Tempest or Sun's Eclipse, right? With a non-GX attacker, which is potentially really good. We can also copy Radiant Stars, so saving our Prism Star from getting KO'd. And then we have 1 Lele, 1 Shaman, and 1 Sudowoodo to roadblock those pesky Zoroark decks. Supporters wise, we have triple Sycamore, 1 N, 2 Colress, 2 Bridget, and 2 Guzma. We have, of course, 4 Troll and 4 Versus Seeker, 3 Max Elixirs, 2 Heavy Ball, which allow us to search for our BRONZONG, Bronzers, and the Tablemon and the Solgaleo, so some extra search power there. Double Compressor to get those energy in the discard pile and to thin the overall deck. 1 Computer Search to search for whatever we need. 2 Field Blower for anti-Garbled Toxin and anti-parallel measures. And triple Floatstone to retrieve Genestasy. Yes, I just started the stream 9 minutes ago. And so that is going to be the deck. Let's jump into ladder and see how well or how bad we will do with this deck in particular. So let's check this out. And Henry, 6 months in a row, thank you so much. You're finally at the blue Tablemon. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome as always. Thank you so much. Okay, so we win the coin flip. We are going first. We seem to be up against a dark deck, so it'll be interesting to see what we're up against. We do start a bronzer, which is fine. We also have access to Bridget, to Tablele into the Bridget, which is pretty cool. And we'll see how this goes. We're also getting a couple, well, at least one mulligan, maybe more. Yeah, one mulligan. This is probably a Turbo Dark deck. I would not be surprised if it was that. And then it is a Turbo Dark deck. So on turn 1 we could definitely be on the losing end of our bronzer, but we'll see how this goes. Now this Ultra Ball is a bit tricky to do. I feel like Sycamore and Guzma are the least valuable cards, because even the Stretcher is pretty good in order to recover a bronzer if my opponent does manage to knock it out somehow. So I'm gonna go ahead and bridge it. Thank you so much, Joe Bro. You love this deck. I mean, the deck seems pretty cool. I just feel like there's a few things that are going against it, such as Paralycity and such as Garbotoxin. Paralycity was the sole reason basically that Malamar wasn't the best deck or one of the best decks in the previous format. And then I'm gonna try not to fall into Delinquent too many times. I mean, probably my opponent doesn't play Delinquent in Turbo Dark, but you never know, right? You honestly never know. So we're gonna start off with an Ultra Ball for my opponent. I would love for him to play a Skyfield and then I just drop the Sudowoodo on him. That would be beautiful. Ultra Balls away the Karen and the Darkrai GX, plays down a Hoopa EX. That's definitely another card that I haven't seen in a while. Basically this deck became obsolete when Buzzle became a thing. Like, the fact that Buzzle can one-shot you semi-easily-ish is not great. The Darkrai Prism Star is pretty cute. When you bench it, you get to attach 2 Darkness Energy cards from your hand to it. And Abyssal Sleep has potential as well, 120 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep, and your opponent flips 2 coins instead of 1 between turns. If either of them is tails, you are still asleep. So a single elixir plus an attachment for turn. My opponent could just Guzma KO a bronzer. That's why I didn't attach the Floatstone. We'll see what my opponent does here. Yeah, it's gonna be a Guzma, so my opponent does in fact get a turn 1 KO. So we're just gonna end up losing the computer search for nothing, but the end result would have been the same thing. So who gets the Floatstone? Probably my Tapu Lele. Now there is a chance that we can KO this Darkrai, and this is definitely step number 1 in getting that KO. I'm gonna go ahead and rescue Stretcher, back the bronzer. I'm gonna Floatstone the active, then we're gonna Sycamore, and we basically need a Battle Compressor, an energy, and either an energy or an elixir. If I had hit the elixir, we would be much closer, and we get a bunch of energy, right? We get a bunch of energy, just not quite enough for us to pull this off. So I'm just gonna have to pass here. Like, next turn I'm guaranteed a KO, right? Thanks to the Sycamore. So I'm really hoping Lele can tank a hit. Or if my opponent is just gonna Guzma the Bronzong, that is also fine, because he doesn't even have a knockout here. Okay, so he does attach energy, he will be able to do that. And our Bronzong goes down, that's completely fine, because we're gonna eliminate 2 energy here. And this Dustmane should be able to tank quite a big hit here. So definitely gonna Sycamore this turn, definitely gonna attach. And no point in using Field Blower, so we just Sycamore here. So delayed by a little bit. There's the compressor that we needed earlier. Probably don't need it anymore, right? So it's probably gonna be the card that I discard here for the Bronzong. I do need Bronzong in order to power up the Dustmane pretty pretty important. I'm gonna evolve this one so I don't lose the Flowstone and the Bronzong in case my one goes Guzma again. And I'm gonna go ahead and bench Shaman. A bit risky to bench the Shaman because of the low HP. And we're gonna Elixir, we do hit. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do, guys. Well, should I use my GX attack? I don't think I should use my GX attack, actually. Well, maybe I should. Like, I'm gonna have to Guzma next turn anyways, right? But maybe I do use my GX attack. There's no way this guy goes down, right? There's absolutely no way this guy goes down. Why not Colress? Because I needed the energy in the discard, Janastasi. It's not about drawing as many cards as you can. It's about accomplishing what your deck needs. And I needed the metal energy in the discard pile so I could Bronzong that energy back and be able to attack. Yeah. So do I Sun's Eclipse or do I Meteor Tempest? Meteor Tempest means my next supporter will definitely be Guzma. That's still probably going to be the case, right? But by using... yeah, this one's tough. I think I'm gonna go Sun's Eclipse. I really want to use Sun's Eclipse when I'm at 4 prizes rather than at 6. But oh well. This Ultra Ball means a second Bronzong, so we would have been able to go back to back to back Meteor Tempest. Hypnotoxic Laser does not matter. And then whoever he decides to attach energy to... oh, no, it does matter. Oof, even more reason. Yeah. Okay. 100% I should have used Meteor Tempest. 100%. Oh my gosh. Now we're just going to lose the Dustmane here. Oh, I needed to use Meteor Tempest for this exact situation. You always use Meteor Tempest first, and then when you take your next prize, then you go for the Sun's Eclipse. If I had Sun's Eclipse, I would not be worried here. But because I already used Sun's Eclipse, now I'm in a lot of trouble. That was very silly on me. Because the GX attack, dead end, since I'm poisoned, he just gets an immediate knockout. As straight as that, he just gets an immediate knockout. So now I rely on drawing my absolute last elixir, which is probably not going to be easy. Okay. So I need to thin as much as I can, right? Bronzong, I actually have 2 Dustmanes, so I have better chances of finding that. Okay, my last elixir is prized. My last elixir is prized, so that means I cannot get a KO here, so that means I can't win. Ugh, I made a big mistake there. I made a really, really big mistake. If I GX that guy, I probably win, but because I wasted my GX attack, I literally wasted my GX attack. Oh well, live and learn, right? Live and learn. We probably, we had an okay chance to win that one. Yeah. Now we seem to be up against either Trevenant or Malamar, both of which are very tough matchups for Bronzong. I mean, I guess you can go toe-to-toe against Bronzong, or rather against Malamar, but against Trevenant, it's gonna be tough. This hand was so beautiful though. That hand would have been insane to get with a basic Pokemon. And hand would have actually been completely insane. This one is okay, right? This one is definitely okay as well. So we'll start with a Dustmane. And I'm assuming Trevenant. Right? I'm definitely assuming Trevenant here. Yeah, the Psychic Lele immediately indicates Trevenant because, well, I guess technically not. Technically not. The stadium definitely does, though. The stadium definitely does. Like, you don't play that stadium in Malamar, I don't think. I don't think you do that. Okay, so Nest Ball into the thingy. There it is. And then the pass. Okay, double compressor. Interesting. Double compressor. And Sad, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, so I definitely want a few energy discarded. And then I also want the Bridget, right? I also want the Bridget. Gonna compressor again. And then grab what else? Discard what else rather? Probably the other Bridget. And then probably a Sycamore. That way, if I get a Burst Seeker, I can get back in Sycamore. But rather, like, then I should just get rid of Versus Seekers. Correct? Well, not necessarily. That also seems terrible. I think just the Bridget is fine. It's just to the Bridget here. So I'm gonna go ahead and Verse Seeker for the Bridget, and then I think I'm gonna do triple Bronzer here. Yeah, triple Bronzer, and then Ultra Ball away for another Dustmane. No, for Aegislash, right? I need Aegislash. I need a more solid attacker than Dustmane. I can't be discarding. Sad, what is my opinion on Lost Thunder? It's gonna be a really, really good set. Like an amazing set. It's gonna add a lot to the format, especially standard format, I mean. It's really gonna add a lot to the format. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we are in big trouble here. Because retreating that Dustmane is gonna be pretty difficult. Not gonna lie, retreating that Dustmane is gonna be pretty difficult. So I'll just pass here. Retreating that Dustmane is gonna be almost impossible under item lock, and it's gonna be a constant or a consistent headache, right? It's gonna be a consistent headache to have to bring it out of the active spots. Okay, so we do get End, which means Guzma, right? That's ideal. Hello Iberserk, thank you so much for being here. Ooh, the Guzma and the Metal Energy, very nice. If Portland was tomorrow, what would I play? Oof, that's a good question. Probably Glacian, just to have fun. Probably Glacian just for fun. Wow, the triple versus Seeker is very sad though. The triple versus Seeker is really, really sad. But like a more serious deck, probably Zoroark, Alolan, Magma Cargo. Probably that one. Okay, we don't even get a KO. That's okay, I guess. Not ideal, but it happens. Energy, so he gets retreat and has the Lele fully powered up to see a Rescue Scarf, to see the Trevenant, and we get End again. So I don't mind the End. I really don't mind the End. However, like we need my opponent to not get a Stadium. If he doesn't get a Stadium, that would be fantastic. That would in fact be really, really great. Okay. So more Phantom, more of the things. No Stadium, no Stadium. Okay, so we get a free-ish turn, right? I don't wanna get rid of all of this, but I also don't wanna kind of help my opponent. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Sycamore. Losing that 2 Float Stones definitely hurts. But evolving into 2 Bronzongs is also potentially good. I also wanted to get closer to Guzmas. I mean, anything can be locked in the active spot, right? I'm dealing 100, then 140. I mean, 120, 140. Maybe? Is this worth it? Let's go. Yeah, let's just use Flash Blast. I didn't use my abilities. I don't think I need to. I don't think it's important. Like, I have so many 3 retreat gust guys that it's not a big deal. What is my favorite deck coming out of Lost Thunder? Yours is Lost March. I think mine is Blastoise Naganadel. I think I really like that. I also think Malamar is just gonna be really, really good with the new Giratina. So probably both of those. Yeah. One deck I should try is the new Soul Galio with Zoroark deck. Yeah. I agree. That probably it's gonna be very, very good. Removing weakness from Zoroark is always a good thing. Okay, so now my opponent has set it up to where he can go triple spread, right? He has triple spread turn. So one hit KOing this guy actually becomes super valuable. So, like, I get a price here. I'm looking for an energy. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I should have played a draw supporter here. Because this signals weakness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I probably should have played the Colress or even the Sycamore. That is your second favorite. Yep. Yeah, and there's a Guzma. That's the big deal. That is the big issue here. That gets my opponent a free turn. That will get him 2 prizes. Caesar's friend, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime 3 months in a row. So that means you get a an orange Tablemon. Thank you so much for choosing to subscribe, my friend. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. I am doing well, thank you. How about yourself? Okay, so I guess I do want to power up this guy now. Because my opponent's going to take 3 prizes next turn. But now this guy has enough energy to where I can KO back to back to back things. The thing is, then he rearranges damage counters and knocks this guy out. He has enough damage. He will have 180 to 70. Yeah, like we're in a lot of trouble. So I'll just pass. I do have a Guzma. I don't see how the Guzma helps me. Mysterious Treasure for a Trevenant. Or for a Lele, actually. Probably for a Lele. No, just Trevenant. Just Trevenant. Hello, Rated. Thank you so much for being here. There's a Cynthia. I do not collect, no. I do not collect cards, Rated. I just enjoy playing and competing. But I don't really collect anything, really. Okay, so Mysterious Treasure for another Lele. Wow, he runs 2 Leles. Interesting. And Silent Fear. It is. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my opponent has me here. I'm pretty sure, even though I get a one-shot here, I'm pretty sure my opponent has me beat because he gets back all the pieces, he spreads again, knocks out the Shaman, and then he rearranges damage to get his last prize card on either Pokemon. So, is there anything I can do to stop that? No, because he already has Pokemon powered up. I think my best bet here is to Guzma this guy, right? And then go computer search for the field blower and remove his stadium, which he plays 4 of, so there's no way he's lost enough stadiums. Changing the Lele doesn't matter, we know he has another Lele in his hand. Versus Seeker for an N. And then I'll just go energy, I'll play the elixir, which does hit, so I'll touch it there. And then we'll go Claw Slash, right? And then we'll go Claw Slash. I can call you Christian, Caesar's friend. Yep. You're testing for an upcoming League Cup this Saturday. I also have a League Cup this Saturday. Guzma, Sky Return, attaching energy turn before. Yeah, probably also a good idea. I didn't think about that. So that would have been a good idea as well for sure. We are going to see a Sycamore looking for the energy or looking for the stadium. My opponent's deck is so thin that I'm pretty sure he's gonna get it. Mysterious Treasure for the Lele back. So many Leles. There's no way he whiffs stadium and energy. Yeah. Is this my own list? Yes, Samfi, this is my own list. It's based on one that was shared with me earlier yesterday, but I mean, if I save the Shaman there, I mean, now he needs 2 energy, right, on the Lele, and he's down to 1 prize card, right? He's down to 1 prize card, so maybe I still have a shot here. Maybe I still have a shot. I need him to death draw 4 turns in a row. I need him to death draw 4 turns in a row. So we get an energy off of the prizes. Another Guzma will probably win my opponent the game as well. He has 1 card in hand though, and he needs, like, he's not gonna win next turn unless he promotes a Lele very boldly, and he top decks Stadium, and he had an energy, right? So we have a chance. We actually have a chance. Wow, and he does. So his top deck, his Zen to 1 was probably a Versus Seeker. There's a Stadium again. Oh my, what? Are you joking? And your opponent down to 1, and he gets the 2 cards he needs. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding? I mean, what do you do there? It's like, we do everything right, and then it happens. That was ridiculous. That was actually ridiculous. Yeah, Skyfield seems pretty good, Afi. With this, the issue is that every deck runs Sudowoodo, right? And I don't think the deck can afford to run Field Blower and Skyfield. That was ridiculous. There's no other way to describe that. Okay. So, Volcanion Prism Star. I'm gonna go triple Bronzer Friend. And I'm gonna touch. And that's all we can do. Oh boy, that turn. That was very, very unlucky, lucky, however you want to call it. Yeah. Okay. So, Trainer's Mail. Ultra Wall. Okay, so this is Archie's with Volcanion Prism Star. I do think Volcanion Prism Star is a pretty good attacker. You expected him to rip it? I mean, there was always a possibility for him to pull it off, right? But like, promoting the Lele means you're hoping to get lucky, which is like ridiculous. Like, if you have those 2 cards and you promote something, then you wait a turn and then you go for it, right? But just promoting the Lele outright, it's like, wow. That was insane. Oh well. Oh well, geez. So we're gonna see an order pad. We're gonna see an order pad for a compressor. That head flip probably will make my opponent get the turn 1 Blastoise. There's the bottle compressor. Discards Guzma. Guzma compressor Guzma. Yep. Ultra Wall for Articuno. Interesting. Like spreading with Volk and then using Articuno actually makes sense. So yeah. Turn 1 Archies. My opponent had the Archies even without the head flip. The head flip just made it even more powerful because he got too thin. Order pad, yet again, tails this time. Take that. Trainer's Mail. Other Trainer's Mail. Hello Jedi, thanks so much for being here. N into hand for next turn. So I would Definitely wouldn't mind that. Double got faded. I have no idea why ads show food. Maybe because they know you've been looking at food options whilst you're at work. I don't know. Okay. Hello, Rednecks. Thanks so much for being here. Instruct as well. So is this like a non-GX Blastoise? It seems. Well, he has Lele and Shaman, so never mind. Never mind. I'm also pretty hungry. Okay, so then we just see a pass. We top deck a Shaman. That's pretty nice. I bet not retreating means we can get rid of that, and then we'll bench that friend. We'll attach to this guy, and then we'll Shaman. So our first target is that Shaman. Dustmane obviously doesn't trade very well. Jeez. Shaman into 6 unplayable cards. Not even a good draw supporter. What? Yeah. I've been well, thank you. I've been well, Jedi. Thank you so much. And double confaded. Yes, the Tablemon shirts are still on Amazon. If you want one, you can follow the link down below, and you can get one, or you can just go to Amazon.com, type Tablemon, and you'll see the shirts and the hoodies as well. Yeah, they are there for sure. Caleb Gettimer made an article with his Archies list. Okay, so does that explain like the big influx of Archies decks? Is there a reason you don't play expanded? Is there a paywall? Probably there's a paywall. Okay, so I mean, I'm hoping I'll get a Floatstone and a Battle Compressor off of this. Off of this Colress to 9, I need Floatstone and Battle Compressor, please. Oh my gosh. Nope. Just can't catch a break here, guys. I mean, I'll hit for 60. Right? I'll hit for 6. Oh no, I can. Because I can computer search, discard the energies. Awesome. I almost misplayed there. Almost misplayed. I don't think... Well, Sudowoodo could have some use. Energy from hand is also pretty good. I think Sudowoodo. Okay, so I'll grab the Bronzong. Probably should have thought... Oh my gosh. I needed a Floatstone. What am I doing? I needed a Floatstone. Oh my gosh. See guys, this is why I don't stream late. This is why I don't stream late. Yeah, that's a big misplay. That is a big misplay. Oopsies. Sorry guys, that's definitely my bad. That is definitely my bad. Oh, that was too silly, honestly. That was way too silly. Okay, I need to focus. I need to really focus. I'm gonna lose this Dustmane. I'm gonna use this other Dustmane to KO the Volk. I could just Guzma KO the Keldeo now. I honestly could just do that. KOing GXs feels a lot better than KOing the Volcanion Prism Star. That was a game-ending misplay, potentially, yeah. Potentially / probably. Okay, we're gonna get end, so we'll see what we get. As long as I can find a Guzma, like I don't mind the bench damage too much. Articuno KOing Shaman could be a problem. We're gonna see another pad. We do find the Guzma again. We also have a Heavy Ball, although I don't need it anymore. That was so silly. Like, my opponent would have needed a lot to KO this guy, but the trade would be in my favor, right? Like, I would take a prize and he takes 2, then I take 2. And then he takes 2 more, and then I take 2. I don't know. So Gallo Prism with Fighting Fury Belt can KO Keldeo, so that's also a pretty good option to have. Right? That's definitely a good option to take into account against this Keldeo, which, I mean, I'm gonna knock it out, Well, yeah, and Solgaleo also knocks out the Volcanion. So Prism against Prism. Ooh, and the double Kuzma is pretty cool. Okay, so let me think this through. Either I burn this or I grab something. I'll just grab this to burn it and not top deck it. Okay, so then, is there merit in KOing Blastoise? Is there some merit in KOing Blastoise? Maybe? I can't do it with the Prism though. So is there merit in KOing Blastoise? I think so, because my opponent has 7 cards. There's no way he Archies off of that, right? And then that guarantees that this guy survives. And I can just Kuzma and take another prize, because he's gonna attack me with a Volk. Okay, so I think this is my play. I think this is my play here. Just KO the Blastoise. And then 20 damage on this Solgaleo. I mean, if I can avoid it, I should. Well, how do I retreat though? Oh, I just Kuzma again. Okay, so I'm just gonna attack here. I'm gonna Meteor Tempest. I'm not gonna Sunset Eclipse. I made that mistake last game and it was cost me. So I'm not gonna do it. Hello, Cricket. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, so killing the Blastoise, pretty decent, I think. Right, we'll see what happens this turn. Now I have enough energy to power up either a Bench Dustmane and KO the Keldeo, or the Solgaleo Prism and KO Shaman potentially with that. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. We shall see what happens. This definitely took my opponent by surprise. I doubt he was counting on it. Okay, promotes a Shaman. That indicates a Kuzma onto my Shaman, I assume. Has to be, right? Indeed. Hello, Paul. Thanks so much for being here. We're just trying out Bronzong and Malamar today. How about you? How are you doing? Okay, that was an Order Path Tails, right? Oh my gosh, computer search. That gets rid of 2 cards. Find something specific. Ultra gets rid of 2 more. Place down 1 Archies. Ugh. He's gonna Archies again. The Shaman promotion is really weird though. The Shaman promotion is really weird. Because that indicates Kuzma, right? Like he's not gonna Archies into Sky Return. Yep, there's the Ultra Ball. Yeah, and there's no way that's an unplayable card, rather. Where's Seeker? Is it gonna be Kuzma? Yeah, it's Kuzma, so the last card is an unplayable card. Wait, what? What? Oh, he can Keldeo. Never mind, he can Keldeo. I was very confused. I was genuinely very confused right there. Why wouldn't you promote the Volcanion? That's a big misplay, right? Like, why wouldn't you promote the Volcanion? Because if you hit the water and you really wanted to attack with Keldeo, then you do so. But otherwise, if you whiff, then you can still KO. Well, I guess he can still do it, but now he's gonna lose the energy on the Keldeo. Yeah. Okay, so now what I really need is a Float Stone. Now what I 100% need is a Float Stone. Stretcher. I mean, it lets me see more cards. No, it doesn't. Does it? Bench the Prism. I mean, I'm gonna have to Sycamore. right? If I promote, like, well, okay, this is tough. If I Kuzma KO with this, then he spreads another time. Yeah, that was very silly. Do Bronzong and kill Keldeo? I don't know, because this is a threat. If I eliminate this, I'm in a great spot. Okay, I'm definitely benching this guy. Ah, jeez. Like the Volk is a threat, right? The Volk is a threat. I think I'm gonna Sycamore. I feel like Sycamore is better for the late game purposes. If I... No, Shaman is too big of a liability. Okay, so here we go. We need that Floatstone. We run 3. Oh, we get it. We need the Floatstone that I didn't get so much earlier. So much earlier. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. So 1 seems good. That bridge it. Okay, I think we're good here. I have a feeling we're gonna be okay. Okay, so Meta Links onto this friend. Right? Like, I want to go out of my way, because if I attack with Dustmane on the Keldeo, like, there's a universe in which my opponent gets an Archie's, gets a Blastoise, and knocks out my Dustmane for 2 prizes. Yeah? So that's why I chose to do it this way. It was risky, but it was an educated risk. Like, I feel if I go Kuzma, KO Keldeo, I lose most of the time. But if I go for the Floatstone, there we go. There we go. There we go. And Santiso, thank you so much for the host. Migurkin, thank you so much for asking. I'm doing well. How about yourself? And wow, okay. So the misplay of the Floatstone could have been costly. It definitely gave my opponent a big advantage, but then killing the Blastoise and then risking it, right? Like, and Paul, thank you so much for the host as well. So I feel like this is a good, like, teachable moment, if you will. Like, if I go Kuzma, KO Keldeo, my opponent attacks me again with the thing, with the Volcanion, and he has like a kind of like a free turn to try and set up another Blastoise, right? And if he does, there's even a chance that I lose immediately. So I don't know, there's a, I don't know, 20% chance that I win that game, right? If I KO the Keldeo. But then I had a little over 20 cards in my deck. I had 3 Floatstones still in there. So probably like a 40, 35-ish, 40% chance to get the Floatstone. And if I get that Floatstone and I KO the Volcanion, I probably win most of the time, right? Like, you saw my opponent just give up. Because now he has to set up another Blastoise, he has to get energy into play, he has to first deal with the Solgallo Prism and then KO another thing, right? And then, or find a Kuzma to KO the Dustmane. So my possibilities of winning that game if I get the Floatstone are much higher than if I don't risk the Floatstone and then go after the Keldeo. Yeah. And yeah, the misplay definitely changed the game. And yeah, so that's where we're gonna leave Bronzong. Definitely need to practice with it more for sure. I do see how the deck has potential, but in a meta with Parallel City, it's rough. Yeah, this is a list that I've been using so far for Amphi, since you've been asking. But yeah, the video will be up on YouTube as well, or you can check it out on the video section of Twitch. And yeah, that's gonna be it for Bronzong today, guys. Don't go anywhere. We still have Malamar 4 Expanded coming up for a couple games today, so don't go there, guys. If you're watching YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out the channel, and I will be right back in just a second.